So, I mean, I think we brought up a couple of different times about like, you acquired this company. So I want to talk about like
Yeah.
the business aspect of acquisition, acquiring something like this. Like, how did you go about that? I know obviously you had a mentor, obviously you had to raise capital, but I want you to kind of walk through the steps to where day one you selected this company for whatever reason until day two when that money was actually transferred to their account and you had ownership.
So the first things first is when you are looking at acquiring a company or even starting a company, because I get a lot of younger guys and gals that have reached out to me or, us and would like direction on, okay, how do I start this? Or what do I focus on this? Or how do I make these decisions? I think it's very important. And as cliche as it sounds, you have to pick something that you like really believe in. You have to pick something that is within your worldview that you believe in, that is part of your life already. If you do not do that, everyone else will notice. It'll be, and what I mean by that is people can see inauthenticity. They can see it from a mile away, and they, even if they can't pinpoint it, they can feel it internally, and it will push people away from your brand, from what you do, from what you sell. When you sell pure authenticity, when you sell 100%, genuineness, your brand will catch on, and it will catch on no matter what it is with those who believe the exact same things you believe in. Now, why I just said all that is because why we acquired this company is I use these products. I used them. I bought them. I paid full price for them. In previous business ventures, I was head of sales and marketing for a national franchise for athletic development, collegiate, pro football, stuff like that. I found a way to, I'm like, okay, well, if we're training guys for the combine, if we are training, athletes off season from CFL, NFL, what's going to make them the best at what they do? Well, I put in these products. I didn't own any of the company. I had nothing to do with it. So we would infuse these products. I owned and created a fitness facility from the ground up, a methodology and stuff that, a gym that we created and developed. And when I ran that operation and launched that brand, I brought in the products because I knew that they worked. Like, I believed in them so much. I've used them across multiple different business ventures. So it only seemed natural to be like, okay, well, this is a phenomenal opportunity to get into a space that I wanted to get into, the medical space, because I see the medical space as it has a little bit higher of a barrier to entry for competition. It has a little bit higher of a I want to use the right word here. It will withstand a little bit more of economic downturn. I like working in the medical space for, a lot of those reasons, some other reasons as well. But so this was the entry point into that space of something that I already believed in. And instead of me trying to recreate the wheel, I could get my hands on something that existed, that was tangible, that has, I've tested for years, and I saw the long-term and short-term benefits of it. So that's why we made a decision to kind of reach out and try and make that deal happen. And, years later, I read a book by the guy, I can't remember his name, but he owns and was CEO of Honeywell, they make like basically everything. And it was a book specifically on all of his acquisitions and why he would acquire. I wish I could remember his name. And it was a boring book, but it was very telling. It was still good from the educational perspective of how you decide what acquisitions to make and why you make them. And they still fall in that line of it makes sense for you. It's part of your worldview. It fits within, the parameters of who you are, what kind of business you do, and what kind of business you want to do.